Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Monogatari of and Monster Season episode number 7 reaction. So the previous episode, that was the end of Nade Monogatari. So I think this will be the beginning of WAZAMONOGATARI, because the previous episode we had like a 6.5 episode where we got to see the past of Kistot Asharian Heart Under Blade, and we saw what, like, when she was a human, what happened, and like what she went through. So I'm assuming we're going to continue from there and see more of the stuff. So if it is Wazamonogatari, if it is Shinobu's story, I'm going to be very happy. And I think it is, obviously. Otherwise, why would they show that little thing in the previous episode? So yeah, I'm very excited because, obviously, you guys definitely know how much of a Shinobu fan I am. Okay, let us begin then. So episode number 7. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, here we go. Yep, there you go. All right. Right. I said a bon appetit. Oh, who's this? This is that girl in the posters. I've seen her. Slightly regret. Hmm. Damn. Not appetite. Damn. But yeah, that's why. Right. Oh wow. Damn. I have died yet again. Oh. Oh damn. Oh, obviously she's just going to eat it. Yep. There you go. Oh, eesh. Oh, there she is. It's my head. Hmm. Damn. Hmm. Just give up on trying to kill me. Oh, because of her beauty. Yeah, okay, I see. That is crazy. Even she. Damn. Wow. So even she's not like, like. You managed to. Oh, yeah. What was that? Fifth time. Yeah, so whenever she's trying to attack her, she like probably kills herself before that happens because of her beauty. And the witch is not cursed, but you know that whole thing that the witch did to her. I starved to death. Whoa. One of her kin. What are these names? Hmm. Right. Hmm. Lacking things to eat. Yeah. So and then she reached, I think, level where vampire friends plague. Yeah. There you go. Hmm. Princess Acerola. Hmm. Ended up at this kingdom. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That is crazy. Well, and that's why all of that happened. She whenever she tries to go and eat her. Why is this? He's so dramatic. Hmm. Yeah, he's thinking that she might. Damn. Corpses lying around. Hmm. She's like, yeah, I'm not gonna eat those stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna eat a proper human. Damn. Hmm. She mentioned that before. Gourmet. That I did not go. Ah! And wow. Do not follow me. Commonplace title? Oh, then what should he call him? Her? What? What is his names? People have... Deathtopia, Virtuosa, Suicide Master. These are some crazy names. Like obviously, like Kishtar's name itself is like a mouthful. Right. Damn, look at this. Oh lord. Even the trees, like what is... Oh, I guess the trees are probably because of... But no. Oh, there she is. Oh, here we go. It's over. Yeah, she died. Good lord. But obviously she's a vampire. She's gonna come back again, so... Wait, her eyes. What the hell? What? Why is it... Yeah. Oh no. Oh, this... The way of laughing. Ah, that's why. I was wondering, like, how can... Okay, that makes sense. Hmm. Wow. Well, I don't think she eats those things. Hmm. Oh. Deathsopia Virtuoso Suicide Master? Yep. Bruh. Yep. She actually has a name. Yeah. Derogatory name. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, here we go. It's happening again. She's probably going to kill herself again. Oh, she's dead. Yep, second time. Yep, herself. And that's why she's eating herself, because she killed herself. Damn. That's she has heterochromia? I never knew that. The one I'm looking for. She's looking for someone? Okay. Hmm. Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah. That's what the story said. That before she finds someone. Hmm. But she cannot do that because if the same problem were to happen again in the future. Oh. Yeah. Like without knowing, if she goes there, it's just the same thing's gonna happen. Oh. But yeah. Hmm? Make efficient use of the situation. Oh, by making them. No, wait, but no, that doesn't make sense. She won't die. Yeah. True. Ooh. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. Hmm. Oh no, she don't. I feel like she's going to. Oh, she's going to take her life again. No carbon between. Oh no. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Dead. Yeah. What was this? Third or the fourth time? Third. Okay. Oh no. What's his name? Virtuous. No. This guy. He might take his life as well. Yo. Oh boy. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say you're probably gonna take your own life. He reminds me of one of those guys from Hunter x Hunter, Meruem's like AIDS. Tropical X, that's his name. Caretaker. Oh no. Yep. This ingredient. Bruh. Hmm. Okay. Well, right. Alright, that was the first episode of WAZAMONOGATARI. Oh yeah, they're using the second part of the song. They did that in the previous video episode as well, 6.5. Hmm. And that was today's episode. All right, a great start to WAZAMONOGATARI, and yeah, let's see how this whole thing goes. What was her name? Suicide Master. I'm gonna call her. Or no, wait. Deathstop. I've forgotten her name. What was her name? Deathtopia Virtuoso Suicide Master, wasn't it? Yeah. So I'm gonna call her Suicide Master. Um, or maybe Deathtopia, because I don't know. I think I shouldn't like repeat that sentence many times in a video because you know YouTube and So I think I'm going to call her. That was her name, wasn't it? Deathtopia. Let me check. Um, just a minute. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Deathtopia Virtuoso Suicide Master. I'm going to call her Deathtopia. Just because of that, because YouTube and its crazy like things that happens. Right. So here we get to see Deathtopia, who's a vampire, and obviously Acerola. She didn't have that full name back then. Acerola, Princess Acerola, or beautiful prince. Beautiful. What was her name? Tsukushihime. Yeah, beautiful princess. That was her name, wasn't it? What everyone called her. Um, that how they met and how Deathtopia decided to, like make her like food or her meal. Now, a few things to talk about in today's episode. First and foremost, obviously we all know how Kishot is a vampire now. So which happened 600 years ago. She became a vampire. So I'm assuming by the end of this, Deathtopia will probably make her into her kin or something like that is going to happen. Make her into a vampire. But as we can see, up until now, she was trying to eat her, but as soon as she's trying to eat her, she's failing, because technically the logic is that like the fact that she's trying to harm her in itself is such a blasphemy that she's taking her own life before that happens. Now that's why she's going to kill her, but she, like that, like Acerola's beauty like completely, like overturns the whole thing, and she takes her own life and she doesn't even realize that. So Deathtopia, that is why like Deathtopia is trying to like eat her by killing her, but she cannot do it. That's the problem. So the fact that Kishot becomes a vampire by like as we know, will probably mean by the end of it she will probably be able to bite her and make her into her kin. So I'm thinking, how does that happen? One thing I'm kind of assuming is going to happen is probably, as we see, like now she's like, oh, I'm going to like make her into my meal, this and that. But I'm pretty sure by the end of it she'll probably, I don't know, become more friendly with her and will get attached to her. And by the end of it, I think the only way she can bite her without taking her own life is when her intentions will change. So here's the thing. If you remember, there was a section where she explains that because she's trying to kill her, that in itself is such a blasphemy, she's taking her own life. But what if the intention changes? Later on, if she becomes like more friendly with Acerola, and then by the end of it, tries to turn her into a vampire, then her intention will be different. Her intention isn't to harm her, but to make her into a vampire, one of her kin. If you think about it in a different way, becoming a vampire might also help her with this whole situation. Help Acerola with this whole situation. So technically, it will be helping her. So maybe that's how she will be able to bite her, because technically she's not doing it to harm her, but to actually help her out. Maybe that's how this will go down. I'm not really sure, but something like that might happen, because I don't know, I feel like by the end of it she's definitely going to bite her. Otherwise, how did Kishot become a vampire then? There has to be like something that happened that she became a vampire. So for that to happen, I'm assuming she will be biting her. But now we are seeing, as soon as she's trying to go close to her, she's taking her own life, because technically in her head her intention is to harm her, that is by killing her and then eating her. So maybe if that intention changes later on, trying to bite her won't trigger this effect, and she will be fine with it. She will be able to make her into a vampire. Another thing I'm kind of thinking, I don't understand why we never ever got to hear about this person before. This death, death. Wait, oh my god, wait a minute. Deathtopia, was that? Wait, I just forgot her name again. Wait a minute. Like I said, I'm not going to use that word because this is YouTube. Or I'll try to refrain myself from using that word. Yeah, Deathtopia. So yeah, Deathtopia. Like I why have we not heard about her up until now? Like Shinobu never ever mentioned her before, did she? I don't think so. She didn't. And she's supposed to be a vampire, so I have a lot of questions, but I think all will be answered by the end of it. Like currently, like now, like the whole Aragi Shinobu, the whole situation that is now. Currently, where is she? That's like another one of my questions, which I think we'll get to know by the end of it. By the end of this arc. So you know what? Let's wait and watch and see where the story takes us. Another thing I wanted to say here, I never knew that before Shinobu Kishart became a vampire, she had two different colored eyes. She has heterochromia. One is red and one is blue, or is it like a grayish color? I'm not really sure. I think it's a grayish color, grayish blue color. So yeah, interesting. And I didn't know that, or I guess they never mentioned that before. Right. Also, she is going to different places trying to find this one person. Now, one thing I need to understand here, Acerola's logic here was when Deathopia says that, so what are you doing? You're just going around like destroying countries. Like, yeah, obviously that's not your intention. But while you're doing this, while you're trying to find this person, technically, as a result, all these people are dying. So so what are you trying to do? Like just because of that, finding one person, you're doing all of this. What's your excuse? So here we go. How many countries will you lay to ruin for your own salvation? Are you telling me to die? Here we go. However, no. Okay, so you know what? Let me read this part. Are you telling me to die? Okay. If I die, if I take my own life, that would make things easier for me. Yeah. However, if the same problem were to happen again in the future, oh, I see. Wait. So she's saying that. Wait, just a minute. If the same problem happens again, then that will not save them, as they will be forced to take their own life just like it. Oh, so she's saying that, like, oh, if I take my own life, that will, probably, like, to make my, like, take, it'll put me out of misery, and I'll be, yeah. But if this happens in the future, someone else, then they would be forced to do the same thing as me. So I'm not going to be saving their life. But then again, like, here's the thing. So she's trying, like, I can understand what she's saying. Like, like this is like a problem, and taking my own life is a temporary solution, because if this happens in the future again, then it'll be a repeat. So I'm not really curing the problem. I'm just trying to, like, kind of like trying to like keep it, like, like trying to, like, what's that word? I'm not like curing the whole situation, but I'm actually like making a temporary measure for it. So that's what she's trying to say. Like, in the future, if something like this happens again, they'll be forced to take their life, so I won't be saving them. Like, that's what she's trying to say. I can understand that. But then again, like, so, like, but her trying to go to different places and going and trying to find this one person is still taking so many lives. Like, so, like, how can you put both those things into a balance? Like, she's talking about that one person in the future who might actually have the same problem, and she won't be saving them. But her trying to save that person in the future is now, like, making her take so many lives. So, like, that's the thing. And I'm pretty sure Virtuoso also says the same thing. That is why Virtuoso says that, like, we can do one thing. You won't have to take any lives from here onwards. Because of you, no more lives will be lost. I can help you out. Obviously, I am, I'm a vampire. I'm a monster. And that is why I have, like I know about a few things about mystics, about magic and stuff. So I might have a solution to your problem, and I might be able to take out your curse. Um, so also, I'm also not going to die, because I'm a vampire. I'm just going to come back again. I'm just going to like resurrect again. So you won't have any problem of taking any more lives now if you stay with me. I will be able to help you out. Obviously, in a in as a compensation, I'll by the end of it, I'll take your life, or I'll feed on you, something like that. So I'm assuming Virtuoso, this is like what she has thought, that after curing her of her curse, she's then going to eat her or something like that, I'm assuming. Right, like I said, you know what, like I said, I feel like there's two ways this can go. Either she actually will be able to find a cure to her curse, cure her, then by the end of it she won't take her life but make her into her kin. Either that, or to cure her she needs to make her into a kin by the end of it. Something like that will happen. But technically, since she's trying to help her out, her intentions won't be like harming her, so she will be able to bite her by the end of it, or something like that. Maybe, I don't know, either of, like, it can go in either direction, or maybe in a completely third direction, who knows. So yeah, but obviously the ending is definitely going to be, or I'm pretty sure, like 80% sure, it's going to be Deathtopia like biting Acerola to make her into a vampire. Otherwise, why is she a vampire? Like, she definitely was turned into a vampire by Deathtopia. So yeah. But we'll see. Right. So yeah. So damn, this is crazy. So basically, like, like, it's crazy to think that even a vampire was not spared from Acerola's, like, like the whole curse that is on her now. And if you think about it, like, this problem actually started after the witch told her that, oh, I'm going to make your like soul transparent, so people will be able to see your soul, and like, so not only your outward beauty, but your soul's beauty people will see. And like, which Acerola thought that, oh, okay, that's good, then people will not judge me by my beauty, outward beauty, they'll try to like see me as a person. But turns out her soul is even more beautiful, so it ended up taking a very wrong direction, and she ended up starting to, like, like, unknowingly take others' lives, because people were so blinded by her soul's beauty that they literally took their own life in a weird way, or something like that happened. So, like, before the curse, this wasn't a problem actually, but it became a problem after the witch put a curse, and even the witch herself fell victim to the curse. Not curse, sorry, to her beauty. So now Acerola cannot even ask the witch that if you can dispel it. So that's the problem. Yeah, and now wherever she goes, she lays ruin to the place. Um, you know, all the people, they take their own life, or offer their own life to her, because of her overwhelming beauty of her soul. Right. So this is how this thing starts. This arc starts. And there you go. I'm very excited to see, like, where this goes, and how this story proceeds. Now, I'm also kind of, I don't know, I usually, like, in Monogatari, each arc they get like a new opening, and the openings are sung by their voice actresses. But actually, Kiss Shot's voice actress Maya Sakamoto hasn't really sung any songs in Monogatari, has she? Because I remember every time, like, like Shinobu's arc came, like, Shinobu's story came, there wasn't like any type of singing, but there was like a like a music type of intro. That was it. Like, for example, Kana Hanazawa, sung the previous arc, Nade Monogatari. Caramel Custard, I think that was the name of the song. She sung that. Sayuri Hami was also there a little bit. Both of them were voice actresses for Nadeko and Ononoki. In the previous Monogataris as well, yeah, each arc's main heroine sung the opening songs. Not Shinobu though. Kiss Shot's voice actress Maya Sakamoto, she didn't sing in Monogatari. However, she does sing songs. I do know Maya Sakamoto sings some songs. I have heard a few of her songs. And yeah, so it's not that she doesn't sing. So I don't know why she never sung Monogatari songs. So I don't know what next episode, what opening it will be. But I will be very happy if Maya Sakamoto actually sings. But I think that might not happen. I'm not really sure. Because we've never had her sing in any Monogatari opening. So who knows what's going to happen. But I'll be very happy if she actually sings this time. It might not happen. We'll see. Anyways, it probably won't happen. Yeah, anyways. And yeah, so that was today's episode. That was, a great beginning. And I need to remember the names. Okay, Deathtopia. And then we have wait, what was his name? Tropicalix. Okay, I'm very curious. What are with these names? Is it her who gave Kiss Shot that huge name, Kiss Shot Acerola Orion Heart Underblade? I think so. Because, obviously, we can see here, her name is Acerola, actually. Her actual name is Acerola. So, obviously, she included that part as well, Acerola as well. But I'm assuming Deathtopia gave her the full name, that Kiss Shot Acerola Orion Heart Underblade. That whole name. Otherwise, because it would make sense then, because she herself has such a big name. Wait a minute, let me see if I can remember. Deathtopia, Virtuoso, Suicide Master, wasn't it? Yeah. And then we have Tropicalesque. I don't know what the whole name, his whole name. So they themselves have such big names. So I'm assuming that's what she does. She that's her thing. That's her name, and she probably gave Tropicalesque that huge name as well. And I'm assuming she also gives Kiss Shot that huge name later. Something like that. Right. Okay, and you can see also she has wait, I'm just saying she's a girl, isn't she? Or is that a boy? I'm pretty sure that's a girl. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just realized. Yeah, I'm sure she's a girl. I think so. Her voice is kind of you cannot really say whether there's a. Wait a minute. Oh my god, you know what? It'll be crazy if by the end of it I get to know that that's actually a guy. Because up until now no, I'm pretty sure that's a girl. Yeah. If I'm wrong, let me know. I genuinely I'm not really sure. It just struck me. I'm just calling her a she. Is she even a girl, or is that a male, or is that a female? I'm not really sure. I think it's a girl. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like I said. But yeah. So what was I talking about? God damn it, I forgot. Anyways, yeah. So like I was saying, right. Let's wait and see, and how this goes, and what. I was talking about the names. The huge names. God damn, the huge names. Yeah. So I think she probably will be the one to name her that, because otherwise, where did she get that name from? Kiss Shot. Yeah. There you go. And for now, Kiss Shot is not Kiss Shot, but her name is Acerola here. Acerola is staying at this castle. And yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, and what I wanted to talk about. I was talking about Deathtopia's the thing that she said, that I kill what I feed on. I hunt from my own food or something like that. She said I kill and then I feed. That's her thing. And that is why when Tropicalist said that, there's a lot of corpses here and that you can feed on them, and she's like, no, what the hell are you talking about? Don't you know? like what I do is I kill and then I feed on them. She said that, and that is why it's crazy to think about. Like, since she's actually the reason of her own death while trying to kill Acerola, she's taking her own life. That's why she's eating herself, because technically that's what she does, you know. So she, whatever she kills, she eats. So that's what she's doing as well. Since she's the one responsible for her death, she's eating it. Excuse me. But I'm pretty sure that's not really doing anything for her, because she's literally eating herself. I'm pretty sure that's not sating her hunger. So yeah. Right. Oh, and even the way she laughs, ka ka ka. That is also, like, like Kishot probably takes that same way of laughter later on as well. Right. Yeah, and there you go. That was today's episode. Okay, now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. In the very first scene, you can see Dystopia kind of talks about Kishot a little bit like a puppet kind of talks to us. She says that, she literally mentions it here. Oh my god, I didn't realize that. I thought of the name Kiss. There you go. Kishot Acerola Orion Heart Underblade. Yeah, there you go. She has said it, tells it here. I forgot about that. If I say so myself, it's a cool, hearty, and most splendid name. However, to be honest, I slightly regret doing so. And she says how, like, whenever you name someone, you get attached to them, like stuff like that. Yeah, now whether that attachment was friendship, affection, or simply lust is something I'm unsure of in hindsight. But there's one thing that I can say for certain. It was not appetite. Because Kishot Acerola Orion Heart Underblade. Yeah. And then the puppet strings drop. Doesn't sound too tasty for the name of a meal. Wow. So she's literally saying that, yeah, you know what? I shouldn't have probably given her the name, because I got attached to her. You know how they say, like, you shouldn't name someone, like, you get attached to them. And then she also says, like, maybe this attachment was friendship, or was it, like, like something else. But it was definitely not appetite, because let's just listen to that name. Doesn't sound tasty, does it? So if she, like, named her, I don't know what, like like, what's the tasty thing? I don't know, like donut. Okay, you know what? Donut, for example. Shinobu loves donuts. So if she named her like Donut or something, maybe, maybe that would have been, like, something like a tasty name. So she probably, that would have been, like, the attachment that she felt to her would probably be of, like, like hunger, or, like, of eating her, that kind of thing. But that's what she says, like, like the name that I gave her doesn't sound tasty at all. So that was definitely not my hunger, or, like, me trying to eat her. That was something else. So, yeah. Right. Okay, at first I didn't really understand what she was saying there, but after watching this whole episode, I understand the context of the first scene. That's probably why I didn't remember that first section where she literally says that I named her. Because I didn't understand that, because I don't know, I thought, like, Kishot herself, like, came up with that name. So now after seeing this, I'm like, oh, okay, so she's the one who named her. Right. Anyway, so you can see that she wakes up and she's like, oh damn, I died again. And she's seeing her own head, and she's like eating it, and then she tells here that, like, what I do is I eat whatever I kill. So because of that, I have to eat, like, eat myself, because I killed myself literally. And then Acerola comes here. Right. So you can see here like Asrala comes in and Asrala's like, oh, you should stop this, like, and he's like, oh, you shouldn't poke your nose into someone's eating habit, princess. And she's like, oh no, that's not what I'm concerned about. There's something else I'm concerned about, which is what? She's like, you better give up trying to kill me because something like that is impossible. Obviously, she gets pissed off. She's like, yeah, really? Yeah, so yeah, and this is where Asura says that when she's like, "Oh, you're the reason why I died." Asura says like, "Oh no, you actually tried to kill me. If you didn't do that, that wouldn't have happened to you." So basically, like I was kind of thinking over here, like she's trying to kill her. So how did she die? Like it's not like her beauty overwhelmed her or anything. But then she herself explains it is that the fact that she's trying to kill someone like her in itself is so blasphemous that she takes her own life before she's able to do it, like something like that. I remember like and I'm assuming the effect of Acerola's beauty is probably a little bit diminished on her because she's a vampire. Because if you remember, like in the previous episode at 6.5, we heard she has the story said that everyone literally who came in her presence took their own life because each of them had their own thought about it. They tried to like one person took out their arms, one person took out their heart, trying to offer it to to the beautiful princess. And that is why like her just being there, her presence in itself was that much. So the fact that Dystopia can just sit here, just talk to her without taking her own life, makes me think that at least that effect is not like affecting her. Only when she's trying to kill her, like that in itself is so blasphemous that she's taking her own life before she's able to do that. Also, I obviously in Zokuwari Monogatari, if you remember, Araragi also kind of went through a similar situation where even with a curtain and everything, Araragi just being there and talking to Kiss Shot made him think like, oh, like why is someone as insignificant as me trying to talk to this person? Let me take my own life. That was happening while he was just talking. So just being in her presence and talking with her makes someone like this. The fact that Dystopia can just sit around talk to her without nothing happening, it's probably because she's a vampire and she's a pretty strong one. And otherwise it wouldn't make sense. How is she talking to her? Because anyone in her presence would try to take their own life, but she can talk to her at least. Okay, so here Asura's like, okay, so is that why? No, is that so? Okay, so you know what? You want to eat me? That is why you are here. Then eat me if you want to. If you can, eat me. Go ahead, eat me up. Bon appetit. If you can manage to eat me, that is. Which pisses her off even more. Dystopia goes and tries to eat her and tries to like attack her, but then yeah, she dies. Wait a minute, I just realized why. I'm just thinking about this. Why did she name herself like this, like Suicide Master? Why? Oh, because, oh, I see. Oh, she kind of explains it later on. I think she says why, like not really says it like that, but the how his shot like refers to herself cold-blooded, like that whole thing. She does something similar. So okay, I'm gonna read that part when it comes. Anyways, that's that. And here for a moment I thought like this was continuing after that, but no, this is like a little bit of a thing that they kind of recall. So this scene we see which has happened in the future. Now we're back to the castle, Dystopia's castle. No, not Dystopia's castle, sorry, this is the kingdom's castle, where Dystopia is, where she died. She wakes up. Yeah, and she says, from the nuances, I feel like I starved to death this time. Now, this part really confused me because I was like, wait, didn't she try to kill her and then she died? But now she's saying, like, it seems like I starved to death. I was a little bit confused. But this is happening before that. At this point of time, she didn't even know Acerola. She didn't meet her. So I think she came here to this kingdom. She's like sat down in the here, and she, as she says, she went out to get like a food, to have a meal, to eat, like kill someone and then eat them. But every single person is dead. Obviously, she doesn't feed on corpses that she hasn't taken a life of, so she didn't eat them. And that is why she starved to death by the end of it, because she ended up finding no one. And that's why she's there. But one thing is kind of like confusing me here, because the first word she says is like, I think, where's that part? It seems I have died yet again. Why did she say yet again? Because isn't this the first time she died after coming here? Because she meets Acerola after this. So why does she says yet again? Or maybe she has like memories of dying before in some other situations, maybe. That's why she says, it seems I have died yet again. Because this line also threw me off. I thought she's saying yet again, that means like this is happening after that. After the whole Acerola, that scene that we saw a few moments ago. But no, she still hasn't met Acerola here. This is the first time she has come to this place, and she went out trying to hunt, and she never found anything, and she starved to death. Something like that. Yeah. Right. Okay, so she's like, what happened to me? So here, Tropicalisc comes in. Tropicalisc's home-aware dog strings. What? Wait, what? Tropicalisc home-aware dog strings. Home-aware with dog strings. Why is that his name? Is it because he's like a loyal dog or something? I don't know. Where did this Tropicalisc come from? You know what? I don't know. Whatever. Ah, boy. He's the only minion I have left. Okay, yeah. So she probably had more minions, but this is the only one who's left by now. Okay, so he's like, oh, like if you weren't waking up, I would have let you eat me. Stuff like that. He's saying. She's calling him her master. Yeah, you passed away this time because of lack of food. This time again, like I said, so obviously they're probably talking about the previous deaths were probably something unrelated to Acerola, because I was thinking they were saying yet again or this time because this is happening after Acerola, but no, she still hasn't met Acerola, so that's not why this is happening. They're probably thinking about her previous death in other previous situations. It seems like the humans of this place has been eradicated. And that's when she remembers. She's like, oh yeah, so I kind of remember now. So she went outside. She felt hunger and thirst, but as we know, she doesn't eat something that she hasn't killed. So she went out wandering around trying to find something to eat and quench her thirst for, but she couldn't find it, so she ended up dying. And now she's thinking like, what the hell happened to this kingdom? So some kind of plague, and at which like Tropicalist, in a way it is some kind of a plague, and she talks about the beautiful princess. And yeah, so she says like, I remember beautiful princess and her story. The beautiful princess story that Tropicalist retold to me was a beauty from a ruined nation, a princess who destroyed a nation purely from her beauty. A princess of mass slaughter. It was a fairy tale of great interest. Okay, so she's like, wait, so basically the princess who ruined her own nation, then went to exile, came here, and ended up destroying this kingdom as well. Yeah, so she's like, you know what, that sounds fantastic. I'm going to go and eat her. She seems perfect for my first meal after a while. Okay. So he's like, oh, she's not a monster, she's a human female. Okay. A plague indeed. Okay. Yeah, she says it's fitting for my first meal. Tropicalist is like, please, like, listen to me, master. rethink your decision. And she's like, what the hell? Like, you think you know, I'm going to get affected by her beauty and I'm going to, like, you know, take my own life? That's what you think? And he's like, no, but please, you are my minion, Tropicalist. Yeah, so if you think you're like, I'm like those humans. And he's like, oh no, okay, you know, all that stuff, all these, like, you know, conversation happens. She says, like, I don't want to eat corpses. That's your preference. That's not mine. I always kill something and then I eat it. I want to eat as little as possible if it was food that I did not kill myself. I do wonder why she has that thing, like, you know, that kind of a, you know, thing, like a internal, like, you know, rule. Maybe something happened in her past. Maybe she came to this, you know, like something like, I don't know. Yeah, but it's a good, you know, it's a very good, I don't know what to say, like it's like a, what can I say, like she's like taking, like she's dirtying her own hands and then consuming it, you know, usually because, like, you know, we, like, not only we but most of the people, we like eat stuff which other people kill, you know, so we never get to know the, you know, like the weight of taking a life, you know, that kind of thing. But she herself is like, whatever she eats, she's killing them. So she's the one responsible for it. She's dirtying her own hands to, you know, that kind of thing. And also, I think another reason is like, you can see that she doesn't like to waste things. So she's like, whatever I kill, I will eat it, you know, so she doesn't waste stuff as well. So this probably, like, for now, I actually have a very good impression of her, of Deathtopia, because, like I said, these few things kind of made me, I don't know, like her a little bit, because these are the few things that I kind of appreciate. Like, as you can see, like I said, she has this rule, internal rule, that whatever I'm going to eat, I'm going to kill, you know. And whatever I kill, I will eat it. I'm not going to make anything go to waste, you know, that kind of thing. So, which kind of makes me think that she's a lot more, I guess you could say, sensible in situations like this. Like, obviously, she's a vampire. She's definitely prideful, and she's definitely someone who needs to feed on humans, you know. But she knows that, and she knows how to do it responsibly. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know, like, but for now, I have a good impression on her. And she's like, now my stomach is feeling like some beautiful princess. I'm going to kill her and then I'm going to eat her. So doing what I decide upon and doing it in the matter I decided on is who I am. And then she starts moving, you know, stands on top of Tropicalisk and says, do not follow me, my servant. Okay, so... Oh, so this is where she's like, why are you calling me master? You know, I don't ask you, like, I don't remember telling you to use such a commonplace title as a master. It took me a while to realize that since I woke up from Sambal. Call me Suicide Master. Okay, so this is where she says, I think this is where her name comes from. She says, the vampire of prepared death, inevitable death, and certain death. There's Sophia Virtuoso Suicide Master. That is probably why her name is this. Okay, so she's like flying around trying to see, like, you know, like the whole kingdom is ruined. People, dead bodies are lying around, and, you know, everyone who took their own life trying to offer it to beautiful princess. So she gets to a house where she meets Acerola. Acerola's just there. Acerola looks at her, and yeah, Deathtopia went to go and kill her, and she took her own life because, you know, that in itself was blasphemous. She wakes up, she's on Acerola's lap, and she's like, oh, I died yet again. So yeah, here she's like, you know, Acerola like talks to her, tells what happened. You're the one who, you know, like, take your own life. You committed suicide because you tried to kill. It's kind of funny because, you know, with what's going on now, her name is like perfect for her, Suicide Master. Because that's literally what is happening now. Oh my god. Okay, because you tried to kill me, you took your own life. The reason why you want to kill me, I sense that you have your own reasons, but please think twice about it. Otherwise you'll die again. And she's like, haha. So what? Not only did I hesitate on harming your beauty, but I couldn't forgive myself for committing such a savage act, so I took my own life before that happened. Yep. And then she's like, oh, I'm actually a vampire. And she's like, oh, I never knew that they existed. Okay, interesting. It's crazy to see how, like, Acerola is so calm about everything. After seeing everything that has happened, she's probably not perturbed or, like, surprised by anything that happens now. Like, literally the fact that anyone who looks at her takes their own life, in itself is such a crazy thing that stuff like this probably doesn't even, like, faze her at this point. She's like, oh, okay, you're a vampire. I never knew that those existed. Okay, so, and then she's like, I'm sorry, like, I cannot die because, this is a situation. And then she's like, if you're hungry, you want to eat with me? And she's like, oh no, I eat only creatures that I kill myself. And she again introduces herself, because I am the vampire of prepared death, inevitable death, and certain death. Here we go. Again, her name, Dystopia Virtuoso Suicide Master. And then she's like, oh, so, like, she calls her lady. She's like, oh no, lady, there's no need for lady. It's already in the name. So she introduces herself, Acerola. She's like, you're not the beautiful princess? She's like, no, that is me, but that's from my childhood, a title, a derogatory name, because obviously people called her beautiful princess and she hated that. That's why a derogatory name. However, there's nobody left that calls me as such, so people just call, like, she just introduces herself as Acerola now. She says, I wasn't even a princess or anything to begin with. Wait, so what? Wait, what? Wasn't she a princess? I'm pretty sure that's what they said in the previous video, in the 6.5, that she was a princess. But why is she saying I wasn't a princess? Or maybe I'm misremembering stuff. Alright, anyways, so here, yeah, again, Dystopia got overwhelmed by her beauty and she tried to go and eat her and again took her life. Yeah, and now she's like, I have yet died again. And you can see the apple is like a little heart. Right. So now she eats the apple. What is this apple? Why is it red? I could understand if it's a tomato. Why is the apple red? Like, no, not the apple is red. That's not what I'm saying. Why is the juices of the apple red? Oh no, that's her heart. Oh my god, I just realized they made it look like an apple. God damn it. This show and its symbolisms. Bro, she literally says that, obviously that's my hand. I was wondering, I was like, why is that apple's juice so red? Like, it makes no sense. Apples, if it was tomato, maybe I would be like, okay, yeah, maybe. But apple just isn't red. It's more like a whitish, like a color. So I'm so confused here, but that's her heart. That was just a symbolism, I guess. Yeah, because she took her own life, so that's like, she then came back again, and so now she's eating her heart. Because she eats whatever she kills. Okay, so, and she says, I died again, didn't I? And she's like, yeah, but don't let it get to you. And she explains how everyone here also died in the same way. And she says, I'll leave right away, so, please, like, leave me alone. And she says, I guess the one I've been seeking for wasn't in this country either. And she's like, wait, you're looking for someone just like me? And she's like, oh, that's how the story went. A wandering journey in search of a soul to save. Because that's what I think, like, the witch told her, that, go and try to find someone that you will be able to save. Yeah, Beautiful Princess was such a storyteller. And this is what she says, like, so you're just going to go around different countries trying to find this one person and in the process completely ruin them? Like, how long are you going to do this? And you're literally being the reason for so many deaths. How many countries will you lay to ruin for your own salvation? And then she says that, and this is where she says, like, if I take my own life, like, it won't save the person in the future who will have a similar situation to me. So that's why I'm trying to find a solution to this problem. But like I said, like, I can understand her logic, but then again, while trying to find this solution or this salvation, isn't she technically the reason why so many lives are like, yeah, I can understand her logic, but also so many lives are, as a result, are, yeah, coming to an end. And yeah, and I think this is the similar thing that I was thinking, like Virtuous also had the same question. So she's like, so you have any leads, don't you? If you continue like this, otherwise, then you'll just destroy the next one as well, and then the next one as well. Do you think the person you can save will be there, or otherwise it'll be just unnecessary, like sacrifice? Won't you be repeating the same thing in the next country? She says, like, it seems to be an understanding. I'm not ruining every country that I go to. As powerless as I am, I try to be as considerate as possible so such things don't happen. Okay, so I think she probably like hides her face or something like that. She does. She probably like puts like a hood or something. Like trying to so that like people don't interact with her. Tries to keep away from people, probably whichever kingdom she goes to. That's why she's saying, like, I'm not really going around flaunting my beauty. I'm trying to be as discreet as possible. But yeah, here we go. But you have limits. You really are powerless. I have no intent on denying your conscience and your sense of aestheticism. I would advise that continuing a journey without much thought is simply reckless. I also agree with it, because that's literally what I was saying. I was like, because of this, like, like, it's just like you're just putting more countries to ruin. So that's kind of like, reckless. And that is where Asura is like, okay, you do have a point. Even if you say I'm reckless, I do not know any other way. So she's like, yeah, this is the only thing that I can do. This is where Virtuoso is like, you have me now, though. That's not necessarily true. And because you can make effective use of this situation. And then she says, like me, like, I'm the one who's fine by coming in contact with you, because I'm a vampire. I might die, but then I come back up again. So this is one once in a lifetime opportunity you're getting. Like, team up with me, like stay with me. I'll help you out. I'm also a vampire, so I also know magic and stuff, and I might be able to also take out the curse from you. So, and also I won't die. So like, it's a win-win situation. And you probably won't find anyone like me. So this is the only chance. Like, team up with me and work together with me, then I'll probably be able to help you out. Okay, here we go. I can at least assist you in figuring out a way to dispel the curse. This is where Asura is like, okay, so, and in return, you probably would want to eat me by the end of it. You want to retain me in this realm so that you can seek out a chance to eat me. Because yeah, at the end of the day, if she's able to take care of her curse, she can then eat her. And she's like, oh, you understand now. And then Asura's like, okay then, perfect. There you go. I agree. And she's like, let's work together. And oh my god, here again, like, as soon as she comes in, like I said, at least she's probably resistant to her beauty, that staying in the presence of her doesn't do anything to her, because up until now we've seen people literally taking their life just being by her presence. But this actually was crossing the line. When she grabbed her hand, came in direct contact with her, it overwhelmed her. And again, she ended up trying to eat her, but then ended up killing herself. There we go. I had direct contact with her skin and her flesh. No garment between us. An invasive softness and a texture. Right. Made me lose myself and... yeah. Yeah, there you go. And then she wakes up again, and then she's like, okay, come to my castle. Corpse castle. Oh, wait. So, okay, wait a minute. That wasn't the kingdom's castle. Never mind. That was her castle. Oh, that was the corpse castle. That was her castle. I was right then. Yeah. Oh, I thought that was like the kingdom, the ruined kingdom's castle. Never mind, that was her own castle, like corpse castle. Um, okay, so she left that place, corpse castle, to wander around for food. Came to this place and ended up trying to find someone, but everyone was dead. So by the end of it, she ended up starving and then dying, and something like that happened. However, here after coming to this castle, Topicalist is not happy. He's like, what the hell, like this lowly human being in front of your presence, like the Topia is like, shut up, like like this is my decision, you don't have any like thing to say here. And then by the end of it, she gets pissed. She's like, stop it, like I'm gonna do what I want, like you are just my minion, you listen to me. And she says like, I'm just keeping her here so that by the end of it I can eat her, so like I'm just making, here we go, I have deduced that I need to make proper careful preparation so she becomes edible, bruh. That's why she's here. She also says like, you also don't go in near her because you probably take your own life, so don't do that. Okay, so yeah, and then she's like, you know what, Tropicalist, I need a little bit of an opinion. She says, what do you think I need to do to kill the beautiful princess? That's where it ended. Right. And there you go. That was today's episode. Yeah, that was the beginning of WAZAMONOGATARI. And yeah, I'm very excited. Let's see where this goes and how Acerola becomes Kiss Shot Acerola Urian Heart Underblade. And, becomes a vampire. And 600 years later, Monogatari happens. His meeting with Aragi. Like how she became this Kiss Shot. And that kind of thing. So yeah, and there you go, that was today's episode. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. This was my reaction to episode number 7 of Monogatari Off and Monster Season. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Monogatari. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.